I'm going to do big waves because that's what I do on my Zoom. So good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Great to see you. Thank you for the smiley face, Buffy. And Sheila, I saw you too. So I appreciate that. Hi up there. So great to see everybody. And I am going to, as much as I don't want to, because this is uncomfortable, but I am going to spotlight my face so that we can have it in the recording so that it's a person talking to another person. So we are recording this. I'm going to have it up on Brent Palmer's YouTube channel, but wanted to kick this off by saying welcome. I am so excited that everybody that's on here has decided to join us and to become a part of Partner Co. and go create something for their families. We're all here for different reasons. We're all here for, different motivation and different goals and different things that we're looking. Just a little bit about me and how I got, how I decided to do this and get connected here. And Buffy, you're going to be in charge to tell me if my coverage is wonky, because I am in a hotel room. And so sometimes the Wi-Fi can be great and sometimes it's not. So I made you a co-host and you can unmute and yell at me if you need to. Or you can just take over and that'd be great. But we're just so grateful for all of you to be here today. And just a little bit of background about me. I've been involved in this beautiful industry for about 13 years now. This is the industry that set my family truly free. It's created so many options for us, but I came here looking for grocery money. I came here in a place where I really needed an income. And what has been created over the last 6-7 months with this system of growth has created a phenomenal system that somebody can plug into and they can absolutely win. I'm seeing people all across the United States and beyond that have experience in the industry, that are brand new in the industry, that have never done anything, that have done big things. And both categories are winning with this system when they understand what they've got their hands on. And so that's what I'm here to show you today, is how we get started and what we can do to generate some income. And Sheila, thank you for that. I'm going to go add you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All the help I can get. And if you wouldn't mind the waiting room, that'd be great too, if you're able to. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to talk about our getting started training here. And so like I said, my name's Andrea. Great to meet you if we haven't met yet. Please grab my phone number for somebody from somebody, because my job here is to help you succeed. And my goal, and I'm honored to do that. So that's what we're going to talk about. So the first step is we have some resources for you. And what I would recommend is that you take a picture, take a screenshot of this screen so that you have access to all of these links, because at least on an iPhone, and I know Androids can do more than an iPhone can. So for the Android users, I don't know how to tell you how to do it, but you probably already know. But for the iPhone users, if you take a picture, you can then click on it. And when the little rectangle or square comes up in the bottom right, that will make each of these links searchable. So you can click on the link and you can go to each of these programs. But these are all the resources that you need to either have installed or to be plugged into in order to grow your business. And we can train you on all of these as well. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail with them in just a moment, but I just want to introduce them. So the first one is Boards. Boards has been the biggest game changer that I have seen for a team. I've used it personally for probably 5 years now, but I never used it with a team. And when you do, it is incredibly powerful when you share the information on there. So that's the first one. You can use the free version, and that's going to be great for you to begin and to grow your business. So Boards is the first one you want to download. The next one is Telegram. And Telegram is how we communicate with you. So you'll notice it's called our Partner Co. communication channel. And it's just where we share information with you so that you know what to tune into. So like this call right here was on Telegram. Parties in your neck of the woods, good chance they're going to be on Telegram. promotions from the company, Telegram. So it's just a great resource for you to plug into to learn more and find out what's happening where. So that's Telegram. Next is Circle of Health. And this is a Facebook group. I would literally join Facebook just so I could be on this group. You know, some of the young ones, they're like, oh, I'm not on Facebook. I only use in the newer programs. Even if you're not on Facebook, go create an account and just join this group, if for no other reason. This is a phenomenal resource for us so that you and I do not have to be an expert on the drops. So if somebody has questions on, you know, food combining or what to do when, or how to use the drops most effectively, they can go into Circle of Health and become a part of that. We can become a part of it. So that is just a phenomenal resource. Next is another Facebook group, Partner Co Nation. And this is where we love on you. So we share information in there. We let you know what and when and all that good stuff. But Partner Co Nation is a group of celebration. And that's a big part of it. When you enroll your first brand partner, we're going to celebrate in there. When you hit gold and ultimate, we want to celebrate you in there. When you rank advanced, we're going to celebrate you in there. So Partner Co Nation, besides being able to find out about parties and resources and many of the things that you can find on Telegram, we're also going to brag on you in that group. So it's a great resource for all of us. And we want you in there so that we can brag on you. And then the last app that I want you to download is the Partner Co Share app. And again, all of these apps can just be found in your App Store, your Google Play Store. So just get them installed, get them set up on your phone. Be a little patient with yourself so that, you know, sometimes like boards can be a little bit harder to set up. So just don't beat yourself up. Just take the time, get those installed, and then you can use our specific boards, our specific Telegram channel, and then you can use your Partner Co login and password to get onto the Partner Co Share app. So all of those, we just want you to join and to get on your phone. Now, the next two resources for you, one is kind of a person, and that's for Coach's Corner. This is not a business call. This is a positivity call. So we do it Monday through Friday. Myself and Coach Brent Palmer go on there and we do a word of the day. And it's just positivity. We're going to sing you happy birthday if it's your birthday. We're just going to share, you know, today we gave away a couple of books, you know, just fun 15 minutes. So you don't have to get on there if you don't want to, but if you're looking for a little bit of positivity to kick off your day, jump on Coach's Corner. But the next Zoom is what will explode your business. So the IPA Zoom is ran by Coach Todd Rowland, Ken Bailey, a couple of other, you know, people that run that Zoom. But what they do is it's 30 minutes of training and business building tips. So IPA stands for Income Producing Activities. So I know many people work and they can't be on at 9:15. So if that's the case, don't worry, we've got you. We're going to share the tips everywhere that we can. But if you can get on there, it is a phenomenal resource to help you grow. And so a lot of people just throw in an earbud, pull their hair down if they've got it, and they work away and just, you know, don't even let anybody know that there's an earbud in there. But you're going to hear from, you know, people that are winning, that are doing things out in the field to grow their business so that you can grab what they're doing and bring it into your business so that you can win as well. So highly recommend that you get on there and that you plug into the IPA Zoom. So those are our resources. So hopefully everybody got a screenshot, and you can let me know in the chat if you did. So if you took a screenshot, go ahead and tell me yes in the chat. So I want to make sure that every single person on here has access to all of these resources. And maybe you already have them, but let me know if you got them. Okay, perfect. So we're seeing that we've got them. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, great. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on, and we're going to talk about, all right, we got all our resources. Now what do we do? What do I do to grow my business? How do I, you know, create the excitement and the draw and the customers for these drops? So I'm going to say we do a social launch. And you can pick your platform. If you are an Instagram person and that's where your connections are, we'll jump on Instagram and do it there. I am 48, so I'm a Facebooker. So I get on there, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the program. I'm great with whatever you choose. And whichever one that you want. I actually go from Facebook and to Instagram. We've got many TikTokers and all that kind of stuff. So it's up to you for what you want to do, but we want you to be consistent with it. That's going to be the most important part. So we recommend that you post twice a day, and I'll show you what those posts will look like in just a moment. And we recommend 9 and 3. But in your world, if you're at work at 9 every day and 3 every day, and those 2 times don't work for you, then you pick the 2 times that are best for you. And I would tell you to be the most effective with those 2 posts is if you go on to whatever platform that you're on. So we're going to say Facebook here. If you get on Facebook 10 minutes before and go spend some time doing what Facebook wants you to do, right? Go comment on your girlfriend's lunch or their cat or their kids' pictures. You go wish people happy birthday. You go watch a couple of reels and comment on it. All of that is going to tell Facebook, oh, this is a team player. This is a person that is interacting with us. So we want to push their content out to more people when they post something. So if you do 10 minutes before your post twice a day, that's going to boost your engagement. So that's the first step. And then next, we're going to say, use the scripts. And if you don't have boards yet, you don't know what I'm talking about. I'll show you in just a moment. But every script, every question, every step in this system of growth has been scripted out for you. So all you have to do is plug and play. There's no thought involved. All you have to do is press a couple buttons. So as we say, an 8-year-old can do it. And that means that a 48-year-old can do it, and everywhere in between and above and below, because we want to make it as simple and duplicatable as possible. The third step is going to be to add your drop customers. So when you hand them that box of drops, or when you see that it's been delivered, if you're shipping to them, you're going to go ahead and add them to Circle of Health. And in boards, there's going to be a script that tells them about it. So it's going to say, I'm so excited for you to benefit from these drops. Read the booklet, but here's the tips on how you're going to get started. And I also added you to Circle of Health. Let me know when you're in there, and I'm going to tag you in a video. And that tag is going to be a key part of their success. There's a video by Dr. Crystal, and she's going to introduce herself, and she's going to say, let's get started. And she's going to share with your customers how to use the drops, how to use the group, how to win in the program. And so that's a huge resource for your people. So we want to make sure that we get them in there as quickly as possible. And then with your customers, we're going to follow up with them weekly. And I'll tell you, the most brilliant way for you to remember is when you enroll or not enroll, when you hand that box of drops to somebody, or you see that delivery date, you just say to your phone, and I'm not going to say it because she'll try to do it, but we'll say, hey, Sheila, remind me 1 week from right now to reach out to Mary Jo. And she does it. I'll tell you, I use a Trello board and I love Excel spreadsheets, and I've done all these really complicated ways. And then I happened to be with Coach Palmer while he did that. And I went, well, that's brilliant and so much easier. And she'll remind you whenever you tell her to. So follow up with your droppers weekly, because that's how we're going to get them to their win and then move to the next level. So next, we're going to talk a little bit about boards. And this, as I mentioned, is an absolute game changer in terms of our system and how we can share content, how we can make this so easy for you and I to grow with this system. And so this is what the app looks like up here in the upper left, where it's just the word boards. People always ask me, how do you spell it? What is it? boards, like you laid out, you're building a deck made out of boards. Okay. But on this, kind of picture a whiteboard, and all of the different information that you need in order to grow is all built in for you. So the first screen is going to look a little bit like this over here on the left, where you're going to have text scripts for drops. You're going to product video, version tools, train resources, product resources, some of our events and tips, and all of that are going to be in here. So what I would recommend to you is once you get it downloaded and you get our specific board, that was that link on the first page, when you get that installed on your phone, I would say take 10 minutes and go poke around in here, because there is a ton of information. And most likely, if you're asking the question, it's in there. So if you take a little bit of time to go through it, you're going to feel more confident when you're talking to other people, and you're going to know how to find the information that you need. Now, this next box here is what's under this social media posts. And this is where you're going to start, where you'll say social media week 1. And the beauty of this is you have your entire first month. So there's 4 weeks of content. So if you think about the way that our business is built, our goal is to get you to ultimate in your first 4 Fridays. So following the system, you might get there a lot quicker, but it's designed to get you all the way to gold and ultimate inside your business. So social media week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We're also going to talk a little bit about hosting a post. So if you have somebody that is a huge supporter of you and they just love you to pieces, you can ask them, hey, would you be willing to help me spread the word a little farther? Would you host a post for me? And all the details on how to do that is going to be in there. So once you start posting, and over here, I kind of did this out of order, but the last little box is what those posts are going to look like. So this is day 1 at 9 a.m. And here's the text. It's a 2-part process to get it posted. So you're going to click on the photo, you'll paste it onto your social media right there from the app, and then the text will automatically go in there. But every single post is set up like that. We've got the picture and the text, picture, text, next day, picture, text. So it's all laid out for you. And we can go into more details on how to use boards. That's usually a little bit easier on one-on-one, but I would say when you get installed, there is a gal named Fernanda, and she comes with the app. Watch that tutorial. Take the time to work through it, because it's going to answer a lot of questions and it's going to make it a lot more simple for you. But then people are going to start responding and you're not going to know what to say. All of your answers are going to be, again, inside boards under text scripts for drops. So when you click on text scripts for drops, it's going to open up here. And when they message 1, so they say, tell me about these drops, you're going to tell them about it right here. When they ask you how much they cost and how long do they last, well, you're going to answer it right here with message number 2. And then when they're ready to buy it, they're like, okay, sounds good. Then we're going to ask them for their address and their cell phone number, and we're going to send them our payment link, whatever that looks like. But that's right here. A variety of questions from them. You know, does this work with my prescriptions? How long until I see results? Is there a money back guarantee? All of that is going to be included in here. Also, if somebody says, ooh, those are kind of expensive, I can't afford it, you can offer them Square. That's something, it's a free program that you can set up for yourself. It's just called Square, like the shape. You can download that on your phone as well. And it's going to allow them to break up the payment into 4 payments. It'll also allow you to accept credit cards for payment. So that is an option that you can set up. You don't have to, but you can moving forward. And then all of your follow-up messages are included in here as well. So you'll know what to say as people move through the life cycle of their experience on the drops, which brings us to our customer flow. Okay, so you're brand new and you are bringing customers on. You've done week 1 of your social media launch. and you have boxes in people's hands. This is what we recommend in order for you to move your customers through the pipeline so we can keep them happy, make them get loved on so that they feel like they're a part of our community, and then possibly convert them into being one of the people on your team to help you grow around the nation. And so immediately upon delivery, I'll tell you what I do and what I recommend is that we're going to send them that getting started text that's over there in boards. I'm going to invite them to the Circle of Health. I'm going to tag them in that video that we already talked about, the getting started video. And then I'm going to start a 3-way text with them and my 2x2 person. So for you, you may not know who your 2x2 person is. Maybe the person that got you started is brand new as well. And you're saying, well, who do we reach out to be our 2x2? Well, talk to the person that invited you, talk to the person that you started with, but you may have to work your way up the line a little bit to find somebody that has the knowledge to help with this. You're always welcome to reach out to me and we can connect you with the right person and get you taken care of there. But I move this around a little bit. I just figure out who the person would connect with well, and I put them in a group thread with them with the person's permission, of course, and I'm going to use the 3-way text template that's in the scripts. And I'm going to just introduce them because later you'll see that 2x2 person is going to come back into the flow. But week 1, I'm going to mainly love on them. So I'm going to remind them, did you take your picture? If you didn't, go take it now because you might not be seeing it just yet, but you're going to. Did you take your measurements? If you didn't, go do it now. Weigh yourself. You don't have to share it with me. I never need to know, but take it for your benefit because you're going to see results. But sometimes we forget where we started from. So go take those pictures, go get that information for you. And then you're going to pick a tip that you want to share. So maybe you found a favorite recipe. Go share it with your person, or your favorite breakfast, or your favorite tip on how to get enough water into your day, or how you remind yourself to take your drops. It doesn't matter. We just want to share some love with them, see if they're having any results yet, and cheer them on. But the main thing is we want them to know that they're part of a community and they have resources. So you want to do that. Week 2, we're going to celebrate. Most likely they've had some sort of win by week 2. And it could be that they're sleeping better, or they lost 1 pound or 5 pounds. I don't care. Doesn't matter. They're feeling more like themselves and their mood is much more stable. Whatever that benefit is, we are going to celebrate them. Now, I recommend that we call on week 2, but if you can't, you can shoot them a text. But when they share that win, I want you to get them on the phone. And what I want you to do is very brief, just say, hold on a minute. So we'll just pretend this is my customer and Buffy Wallen is my 2x2. So my customer is Mary, and I talked to her and Mary says, I lost 2 pounds. Well, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, Mary, hold on 1 second. Just hold on. And I'm going to 3-way in Buffy. Now, I'm not going to tell Mary that I'm bringing Buffy on the phone. I'm just going to tell her to hold on. And when I merge the call, I'm going to say, Mary, are you there? She says, yeah. Buffy, are you there? Buffy says, yeah. And I'll say, Mary, remember Buffy? She cheered you on in that text last week. I just wanted her to hear how you're winning. Would you mind sharing with her real quick? And Mary's going to say, oh my gosh, well, hi, Buffy. Thanks for jumping on or whatever. I lost 2 pounds. And Buffy's going to say, woohoo, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. And they're just going to connect and celebrate a little bit. And then Buffy's going to say, well, listen, as well as I do, consistency is key. When would be a good time for us to jump on the phone for about 10 minutes so we can talk about the options for your next box of drops? They're going to set up an appointment. They're going to actually do a Zoom, but we call it a call, and we're going to work them to a conversion Zoom. So just so you know, every day, Monday through Thursday, we're doing a conversion Zoom at 2 p.m. So you could invite them to that. That's what it's designed for. Or you can also do it one-on-one with your 2x2 person. Okay. So that a lot of conversions are taking place on week 2, but let's say they didn't. We're going to go to week 3 and we're going to ask for it. We're going to say, I know you're almost out of drops. If you're taking them properly, those bottles are going to be right down there at the bottom. So I know you're going to want to continue your results. When would be a good time for us to chat so I can share your options with you? And again, we're going to work to get them on a 10-minute Zoom, or we're going to work on selling them another box. Either way, doesn't matter, but we're going to work to keep them on the product for the next month so they can continue to benefit. And then week 4, regardless of what they've done. So maybe they, didn't get the results they were hoping for, or maybe they did, and they think that they're out of the process and they don't need another box. No matter what, we're on week 4, we're going to share a little bit more love. We want to leave them knowing that they are part of a community, that they are part of something bigger than just this box of drops, that we're here to support them on their health journey. And so we're just going to share a little bit more love. So maybe a tip on how to continue to have success with their journey, or 3 ways that they can balance their hormones, or whatever it may be, regardless of whether they continue to be a customer of ours or not. Because guess what? Even if they decide not to continue, at some point in the future, they're going to be back in the same position where they're going to want to give it another try. And we want them to think of you and say, man, they supported me through that process. Maybe I could do a little bit of a better job. Maybe I need to actually follow the approved food list. Maybe I need to, and they're going to reach out to you because you loved them through the process. And so that's really our customer flow. And really, really briefly, and then I'm going to open it up just to questions. We're going to talk about the brand partner timeline. And so that customer converts, they join you. Woohoo! You've got a brand new brand partner and they're ready to win. Well, the first thing that we want to do with them is we want to do a getting started training with them. So every Wednesday at noon, we're going to be doing this. And then we can also do them one-on-one with that specific person where they get trained on boards. We get it onto their phones. We can make the first post with them because it can be a little intimidating. So if we're right there and we can do it with them, they're more apt to do it and breathe the sigh of relief when it's done. We're going to invite them to those groups. We're going to share Telegram with them, and then we're going to get them on that IPA Zoom. So our first slide, we're going to do with our brand new person. Next, when they start moving boxes, we want to train them on that customer flow that we just talked about. Week 1 is love. Week 2 is celebrate. Week 3 is ask. And week 4 is love again. So we want to make sure that they know how to follow up with their customers so that they have a better chance of, 1, making that customer happy, and 2, moving them on to become a brand partner with them. Next, when they achieve gold and ultimate, hopefully you guys all know that's our ultimate goal when we first get somebody started, is to get them to that. So what does that mean? That means that they have 1,500 PV in their organization through customer volume or personal volume. And why do we want this? Well, it gives them a pay raise. That means that they will get paid at the top of our comp plan at the highest level. And then they'll also get gold, which means that they will get paid in depth with matching bonus. So that is critical for the life of their business. So we want to help them do that as quickly as possible. But once they've done it, we need to make sure that they have their subscription set up. So if you're gold and ultimate on here and you're coming up on your 4 weeks in the business, we need to make sure that your subscription is set up. We need to make sure that your direct deposit is set up because we don't want to leave those paychecks on the line. And then we want to share how to leverage to earn the extra $150 in order to grow and take advantage of the paycheck, okay? And then lastly, when they start a team, we want to share with them how to know where to grow. Where do we check their volume? How do we check to see who's ordering packs so they know who to focus on and to help that person keep going and get started? So I'm going to stop my screen share. I'm going to open up my chat because I see some questions in here. So I'm going to look at that real quick, and then I'm going to unmute everybody and you can ask questions as we go around. We've got about 15 minutes here for questions. So I'm just seeing So do you have to periodically update boards? So Sheila answered it. There are multiple versions of boards out there. So mine is a star, and anybody, everybody is more than welcome to jump on the one that I created. And it is a duplicate and some changes based on what Dr. Crystal and Ashley Paulson created with their boards. So theirs is a $sign. Mine's a star. I know James Zing and his team have a different version. I know Todd Rowland and his team have a different version. So everybody has a little bit different that they've created. So just know we all share with each other, and we all make sure that they're, you know, as close to on par with what we're doing in the team as possible. But there could be some differences. You can pull down from the top to refresh your page, like Buffy said, and then you can also just grab the other version that you can. So what time on Thursdays and the Zoom ID? So it's going to be every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And the Zoom ID is, I'll tell it to you, but we're going to post it all over. It's pinned at the top of Partner Code Nation. We post it in Telegram. I'll post it after this, but it's 256-762-6281. Okay, so that's going to be the ID. Don't judge me for knowing it. 256, I'm putting it in the chat, 6281. So that is the conversion ID. And then you don't have Telegram. All right, Carolee. So you just need to go ahead and go to your app store. So Google Play or the App Store, search for Telegram, and you can add our link with the picture that you got on that first page. And then the payment option is called Square. So again, that's a third party, you know, program. It's not us. That is free, and they're going to charge you a percentage of whatever the person is charging. So the way that it works, they choose Afterpay, you get the whole $150, but the person only pays $37.50 each week. And so Square takes on the responsibility to make sure the person's going to pay. You get paid right away. It's going to show up in your bank account immediately. And they do take some fees out, but that's because they're taking the responsibility that if the person doesn't pay, well, it's on them and it's not on you. So that's the end of the official portion. I'm going to go ahead and hit